at that red sky with the moon just above it. It's fantastic, isn't it? Okay, welcome to today's thought for the day. And if you like these thoughts for the day, then please do subscribe so you don't miss any, because they're going to come thick and fast now. And I wouldn't like to miss out on some great words of wisdom from yours truly. Today I want to talk about how God doesn't do anything to us that he can't do through us. Alright, so there's a way in which we need to help our own prayers. I think some of us, we think that we can just say a prayer and boundless stores of spiritual things can just come pouring down like a sturdy character and a victorious faith. But these things are not just poured down on a whim at a short prayer. The things that we must help to do within us through living the Christian life. Now, I know that God does it all. It's from him. All greatness is from him. But before he can go his mile, we must go our inch. There's something that we need to do. We need to work at our salvation with fear and trembling, says the Bible. We need to work at our character. We've got to get involved in this act of sanctification. Prayer is really interesting. If you study prayer and you get into it, you find that I don't understand how prayer affects the will of God or the mind of God or the actions of God. I don't understand it, because I know he's predestined things. But to understand all of that, you've got to understand time, and God lives outside of time. So I'm not going to spin my head trying to figure that thing out. But what I do know is that at one point, Jesus said to his disciples, he's talking about when they were failing to cast out demons, and he said, oh yeah, this kind of demon only comes out with prayer and fasting. So that meant that the Christian had to do something. He had to get significantly involved and pour his heart out in prayer and do it with fasting as well, and that where you limit your body with things like food, and just shut yourself off from those things that satisfy, so that your need is purely focused on him. And when you do that, you see prayers answered, you see demons flee, difficulties in your life can become overcome when you really pour your heart out in prayer with fasting. So you see, there's an element to that there, isn't there? And just the other day I was chatting to a friend, and he was saying how he had a particular difficulty in his life. And it's only when he spent nearly 3 days in prayer and fasting that problem went. And this was a real answer to prayer for myself, because the previous day, God woke me up. And I felt him saying, oh, go and have a look at TikTok. And I thought, well, really? I could be down there for hours. I wouldn't be doing that this time in the morning. But I was trying to get back to sleep and I couldn't. He said, look at TikTok, look at TikTok. So I went on TikTok, and the very first video there was of someone who just posted loads of Bible verses that were scrolling up. And it was all the Bible verses that have been omitted from the newer translations. They're only in the King James Version and the New King James Version. And the very first one on the list, it was all about how it was that verse I've just shared with you. This kind only goes out through prayer and fasting. So there was that link there, which that confirmation saying there's something that you need dealing with in your life, and it's only going to come out, it's only going to be resolved, you're only going to get peace when you've prayed and you've fasted. So that's what, if you've got that unction from the Lord to do that, then obey that unction, like I'm doing. And whatever that difficulty is, whatever that problem is in your life, whatever that person who needs prayer over and needs deliverance, come to the Lord. And just remember that God doesn't do to us what he can do through us. So let's be a partner in the gospel with God. Let's go our inch, and he will go that mile.